Hello everyone, this is Farhan Abid. Today we're going to talk about the phases of the moon. We know what the moon is. The moon is the satellite that orbits around a planet, and the moon of our planet or Earth is Luna, but most of the people call it moon. So we're also going to say it that moon. So moon has some phases because it moves around the earth in an orbit. It takes 28 days and 6 hours to go all around the earth. But sometimes it may have shadows due to the earth being in front of it. For example, let's say the earth is here. Now, the moon can be in any of these orbit, like it could be here, it could be here, it could be here, it could be here, it could be in any orbit. Let me draw it perfectly. This is the earth. Let me tell you again. This is where the people reside. And this is the moon's orbit. You see, the moon can be here, can be there, also can be there, and there, also there. So we have 8 phases. These 8 phases are here. I have drawn some few circles to showcase this. And you see the sun is here. The sun has sunlight which falls on moons. But some of the time it may get blocked by the moon or by the planet itself. So we're going to talk about this. We have the full moon. You see, the full moon right here is this moon on the back. It is most of the when it happens, it is the perfect midnight for the country that is right here. Now you see the full moon is just a full moon. It is full of brightness, no shadows from earth, no shadows from the dark side of the moon. Well, talking about dark side, did you know that moon had a dark side? Because the moon also rotates around its own axis, so we always see the one side of it. The other side is always in the shadows or in the brightness. So you see here full moon. So if the full moon that is facing towards us is the full moon, so the dark side of the moon is the new moon. Talking about new moon, the new moon is the moon right there. It is when that the moon covers the backside itself with a lot of light and the other side with minimum of light. So the new moon will be full of darkness. There will be no type of light here. So it will be just a ball, a black ball in the outer solar system. So you see the full moon, we call the full moon in Bengali Purnima. And the new moon, you may say that no, new moon is full moon. But what is the name of the new moon then? It is new moon actually, and we call it Amabosya in Bangla. Just to make you understand, I'm saying the Bengali of these because most of the people of Bangladesh speak Bengali language. So I'm going to tell it for them explicitly. So we have waxing gibbous. So which one is waxing gibbous? Waxing gibbous is the next one on the top. It is the time when the earth covers a little part of it there, and so the left side of it gets a little darkened like that. This is known as the waxing gibbous. You see the left part of it is a little closed. Then we have the first quarter. The first quarter is not a first quarter. It is the first half. You see, when the darkness covers the half part of the moon, we call it the first quarter. But you see, it is the half of the moon. Why quarter? That is exactly my question. So in the Greek language, we say quarter, but in normal language, to tell other people, we can say half. We can use both. Next, we have the waxing crescent. The waxing crescent is just before the new moon. That means it is here. This one is that. So, waxing crescent. Waxing crescent is the time when the moon is fully closed, but a little amount of light is still peeking. So, we have there, and the full moon, the other part of the moon gets covered in black shadows, and only this part stays lighted or brighter, let us say. This is the new moon. I already talked about it. Now, the waning gibbous. We know what the waxing is. Now, the waning gibbous is the one. The waning gibbous is when the full right part of the moon is covered like this. You see, the right part of the side is covered when the new moon came, and now the the left side is being bright again, and it is also spreading along the next times. You see now, the waxing crescent, it has an opposite, that is the waning gibbous. Now, last quarter, just as I say, first quarter is the left side dark. Now, the last quarter is the right side dark, only the half. You see right here. At last, we have the waning crescent, the waxing gibbous. It also has an opposite, that is the waning crescent. And the waning crescent has a little amount of shadows in the right side of it. And after that, the shadow gets covered and becomes a full moon. There is something known as a lunar calendar for January, February, and all days that you can search up for, but that's for another video. We learned about the phases of the moon, that is full moon, where it is full bright, the new moon, where it is full dark, the waxing gibbous, where the left part of it is starting to become dark. First quarter, the half of it dark, the left side. Waxing crescent is when the right side has a little amount of brightness and the other side is dark. Waning gibbous is when the left side gets a little amount of light, but the right side is full of darkness. Last quarter is when it cuts in half and the right side is dark while the left side is bright. Waning crescent, the last thing before the full moon, that is when the right becomes a little dark and the whole moon in the left side becomes fully brighted. So that was all for today. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.